Hello and welcome back to the channel. I just thought I would do a review on this 2019 Fiesta ST line X Turbo, and it's the 100 brake horsepower 1 litre EcoBoost version. And there's the details before I forget them. So we'll do a quick walk around. It's quite a funky looking little car actually. It's got obviously the black roof with the white bodywork and obviously the black mirrors and bits. I think it looks okay actually for what it is. Well, I've always liked the Fiesta. I've always thought it's been a very good car, especially this phase of them. So I'm going to give this car, apologies about the wind, the thumbs up. Really the only downside I'll pick with this car is what's under the bonnet, unfortunately. But the car itself is fantastic. Obviously, as you can see there, as that zooms in, the ST line. It's like a new range Ford are doing. Basically, it looks like an ST, has everything an ST has, bar the physical ST badge and like a powerful engine. You know, these are more look the part but not necessarily performance, therefore which is better for young drivers, cheap tax, you know, cheap insurance and all the rest of it. So first up, we'll start at the front end. This car's packed with technology actually. It's got the latest edition of full LED headlamps. As you can see, there's the 4 sections in which do your main beam and dip beam. There is no physical bulb or even LEDs you can see in them. And obviously you can see the ring around, which is your daytime running lights. You can see them there. And obviously you've got your standard fog lamps in. No parking sensors on the front, which I thought it would have. What you have got on this is your radar, cruise control, your collision control management. It's like your radar down there, and you've got your camera up there which picks up the street, like the street signs and everything. We'll switch the lights on the front and we'll have a little look what's going on. Let's put the fogs on as well. So there you go, you see. So there's your 2 elements lit up there for your dip beam, and the next 2 will be your main beam. And obviously they're just your standard fog lights. We'll put some indicators on and see what they look like, as well as main beam. So we'll put main beam on at this side. And as you see, they've got the little pulsing indicators on them at the front. And as you see with main beam on, they're your 2 inside ones. We've got some really good, these are good in the dark, they're fantastic. We'll just turn the headlamps off and put the hazards on when I find the switch inside the car, if you bear with us. Yeah, so there you go. So that's like your sort of daytime. A little bit disappointing really why they've just got a tiny little split there. You know, they may as well have gone the extra mile and made it go all the way up, because I must admit, if you stand back, if that's coming towards you with them daytime running lights blaring, it's not very clear, is it? They could have done what they've done on the Toyotas and make this whole ring of LED flash orange. That's okay, that, but I personally think that's a little bit of an afterthought to make it look good like the Audis do, but they haven't really put a lot of thought in. There's no reason why that couldn't have gone up here. Like, as we say, we'll put the headlamps back on. With all that going, that's really not all that clear on a bright day or even at night. So yeah, that's okay, but not to what I would say. You know, they could have just put a little bit of more effort into it, but that's just the way cars are these days. Obviously you've got your indicators in your mirrors, and I don't think it's anything as fancy as that on the back. I just standard lights, but they have got LED brake lights, because these units here, if you look up into them, they're LEDs. So your stop lamps, oh sorry, that's your LED side light, and that'll be your high intensity stop lamps, which are LED. I would imagine that's just specific to the ST line. You've got your little chrome exhaust piece at the bottom there, as well as your sport. This is all about the ST line. It's all about the kind of looks, you know. So what have we got here? 18-inch, great big 18-inch alloys with disc brakes on the back. So yeah, I'm just going to knock the lights off. And the engine. So we'll walk back and do another walk round to this side of the car. So obviously what I'll do is I'll have a quick look in the under the bonnet first. I have to apologise for this wind. It's just I'm using my phone, so it probably sounds horrendous. So like I've said, this car is good, no problems with it. The physical car itself, I'm meaning. But unfortunately what lies beneath here is not my cup of tea. these are not a very good engine. This is the 100 brake horsepower 1 litre EcoBoost. So what you've got is a direct injection 3-cylinder engine, 1 litre, with a big turbo strapped to it. 100 brake horsepower from these. But these engines, everybody will have heard of them, EcoBoom instead of EcoBoost and all the rest of the jokes about them. But these, if there was ever a chocolate engine made, these are this. They suffer terrible issues with losing coolant, pressurising the system, the head gaskets go, and with these engines, as you can see, they are just a maze of pipes. But even Ford say themselves, if the head gasket goes on these, the block warps, the head warps, it's a new engine job. It can't be repaired. I think now Ford sell not a complete engine with all the auxiliary parts on it, but a complete engine ready built for, I think it's somewhere in the region of about £1,500 to £1,100. So you just can't repair these engines. So when they go bang, you've just got to actually get a whole new engine. So they're like a throwaway engine, so to speak. Another rubbish thing on these as well is you've got what you call a wet belt. This seems to be a big thing on cars now. Everybody will have heard of a timing belt and a timing chain. We all know a timing chain runs in the engine with oil, and a timing belt runs on the outside of the engine with a cover over it, just like your fan belt, so to speak. But no, now everything to do with emissions is they've decided to bring out, it's been around for more than 10 years now, but it's becoming more and more popular now, is that they have a wet belt, which is a rubber timing belt, but it runs inside the engine in the oil. So we've got a obviously what does oil do to rubber? Oil degrades rubber. So we've got a rubber belt, supposedly a special rubber belt, which is a load of rubbish. So what happens is if you don't use the right oil, or if the car just simply gets hammered, what happens is your wet belt snaps inside the engine, and it's equivalent of your timing belt snapping, and it knocks your engine. Or the wet belt decides to start disintegrating, and when it disintegrates, all the pieces of rubber block the oil strainer, and it obviously blocks the flow of oil to your engine and knocks the engine again. So your end result again, knackered engine. So not very good at all. I thought I would just demonstrate with this engine I've just done a few now. It's what you call direct injection petrol. I just thought I would explain to you. So this is your high pressure fuel pump. It's just like how a diesel works, but not quite as high pressure. So you've got your high pressure fuel pump, which is on this run off the camshaft, and it runs around to your pressure rail, like a diesel. You'll have heard of a common rail injection. This is your high pressure rail, which leads to 3, on this case, high pressure injectors. So basically it's running exactly the same system as a diesel does, but it's all to do with emissions and all the rest of it. So yeah, and so that's it really. I'm going to speak about this engine. If this had been the 1.6 EcoBoost, that's a fantastic engine, which the STs have in. Thumbs up, brilliant chassis of a car. These Fiestas are fantastic, along with the 1600 EcoBoost. Great car. This engine, not so much. But at the end of the day, let's not forget, it's just the ST line. The ST line is not meant to be the sports one. It's just meant to be a car that looks good, probably for young people, which looks good. It's got all the specs, does everything that an ST does, just without having the big engine, so you don't have large fuel costs and large insurance and tax. So not that it matters now, because on a 19 plate, it's £150 for every car, regardless whether it's a 1 litre or whether it's a 5 litre. Because every car from 2000, at some point in 2017 now, every car, like I've said, regardless of engine size, is £150 for the year. And I think for hybrids it's £140. No more free tax, no more £20 tax, and no more £30 tax. And no more £500 tax for the high polluting cars. It's just one price for all, apart from like commercial vehicles and stuff. So yeah, that's under the bonnet. We will move around quickly to the interior. This car's got a very nice spec, I will say. The seats are very much just sort of your stylish new thing, with bits of red in. I'm not quite sure how long they got some hardware. I think they would just start to peel off. But apart from that though, I like the half leather and I like the red stitching. I like that. And obviously the red theme's carried out obviously with the ST line, the whole red everywhere. Nice door cards. It's been in for its second service, so it's had a oil filter change along with everything else. Supposedly these cars only need serviced once every 2 years. I would strongly recommend, if you have a 1 litre EcoBoost and Ford tell you it only needs serviced once every 2 years, tell them to go and get stuffed and get an oil change done every year at a minimum. So there's some little bit of advice for you there. So there's the passenger side, plenty of space in the front as you would expect. It's a bit dirty, you know, but as you know, my reviews are simply done as the car stands. As you can see in these mirrors, you've got your blind spot monitoring system. This car is actually packed with technology, which I do like to see a small car. As I'm saying that, keep fit windows in the back, so there we go anyway. Lifted straight out of a Ford Sierra that. But there we go, windy windows in the back, but you've got your tinted windows to the rear. You want to see some of the technology this car's got, and I'm surprised that they've let themselves down. But then again, I do find with windy windows in the back, if you don't have kids or anything, they're fine. But when you've got kids and you've got windy windows in the back, it's a royal pain. You can't just lock them out. They're constantly winding the windows up and down and messing about. So, you know, small car, but these Fiestas do have plenty of space. The red stitching is all carried out with the patterns in the seats, full ISO fix. So very good in the back, and obviously you've got your full LED lighting on the inside with the black roof lining. But we'll come to the interior in a minute. The window being up here. I'll move around swiftly to the back. As you can see, nice large boot, your typical Fiesta. They are quite good with the size. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a surprise now. Full size spare wheel. Like to see that, thumbs up. I would imagine that's probably been spec'd as an extra, whoever bought the car new. So there's a good sign anyway. Put that back. It'd be nice to see if that just followed the LED theme, because that's the whole point of the ST line. They've got the LED rear lights, front lights, all the interior. Would have harmed to put LED light in the rear just to carry on the theme. So we'll put the boot down. As you can see, we've got rear parking sensors, nice big spoiler, just to keep in fitting with the ST line. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Got your chrome exhaust with your black splitter. I'm not a big fan of multicolour cars, but I do like this section of black roof on the top. It does kind of work with this, with the car being white and having the black windows. As you've already seen that side, nothing really to see there. And we'll jump in so I can get out of this wind. And here is where I quite like this car. Once we're inside, I'm just going to switch the ignition on, put this window up. See them orange lights on the mirrors? I'll do it again. I'll turn the ignition off and back on again. See that orange light? That's your blind spot monitoring system. Nice thing to have in a little car. So we'll start from the roofline on this car. Again, like I've mentioned, full black roofline, LED lighting, really nice. It'll probably have all sorts of mood lighting under here, which you'll see at night time. But your glasses case, like I've said, all this is, I'll open the door and close it, full LED. I like to see that. Yeah, with being the ST line, you get your lights in the sun visors. Nice black sun visors to go in fitting, very nice. Same with that one. You've got your automatic dipped in mirror and a massive black. This unit, I must admit, is an MOT tester. There's been some questions about this. Now, you get wrong for having impairing things onto your line of vision. The focuses are even worse. This unit is huge. It comes all the way, I would say, let's go back. That's from there. That's almost half the way down the line of view. And when you're looking, you can see, oh, well, the mirror's where the mirror is. But, you know, that's knocking out quite a lot of view. I know you shouldn't be this year looking up in the sky and stuff, but that's right where you're looking at road signs and in the distance. But anyways, inside of there, there's cameras and all sorts, which go along. I'll go into that next. So obviously we've got all our red interior. I do like the interior on this car. So you've got, like, you know, it all follows through. We'll start off, let's think. We'll start off down here. So you've got your stop-start. Not a big fan of it, but you have to have that on new cars. You've got your traction control and your eco system, which when we start it up, I'll show you. It'll probably be a light come up when I press that. There you see up there, eco. It's just whether or not you want it in eco mode or performance mode. But I don't even think it does performance. I think it's just eco or none. So that's that. You've got your 6-speed gearbox, which is nice to have in a little 1 litre. I think that's something with the ST line. And you've got your USB in. Obviously, you'll have your Apple CarPlay 12-volt socket. You've also got your full 3-stage heated front seats, which is nice. And also, used to be a big deal, but you get it even in a Vauxhall Corsa now, heated steering wheel. Get really soft when you get one of those, heated steering wheel. And the Mitsubishi L200 Series 6 come with that as well. Again, Ford patented idea. I know there's a few other companies like BMW using this now, but they are a godsend. Heated front windscreen. You may just be able to see, I don't know if the camera picks it up, the tiny little lines in the glass, but they are a godsend. If your screen mists up on the inside, it's clear within seconds. On a frosty morning, it can be thick with ice and it's clear within 30 seconds, no waiting for the engine to warm up. Great idea. You've got your, not dual zone, but I personally think dual zone climate control is a waste of time. You've got a nice, simple to use, and also you can see it comes up on there, climate control system, you know, there, and obviously you've got your air con, and you've got your auto, you've got your rear, you've got all the demisting functions on there. So I'm just going to move on to the next bit. I'll just see if I can get it to do it. Just trying to show you the sat nav. Like that. So obviously you've got your full, you know, nice easy to get to hazard lights. You've got like your mood lighting under here, which I can't display. You've got your lovely big screen here, which does everything from sat nav to like I've said, I'll just change the fan setting, so you've got all your temperature controls that come up, as well as your DAB, Apple CarPlay. I can't demonstrate that because my phone's plugged in, so that's a nice feature to have. You've got all of your mod cons. Let's go to the menu, home there. So like obviously you've got like all of that, like your kind of like radio and everything like that. I'm just gonna move across to the, there you go, so you've got all of that. So again, with these cars, I like them because you've got your full, I don't even know where the key is. Oh, it's down there. You don't have to go plugging keys into the dashboard to start it. Let's just have a look outside. I can't remember if this car is, yeah, this car's got the full keyless entry system, so that's a great idea. So as long as the key's in your pocket, you don't need to worry about using the remote. So as long as that's on you, you just use the handle, and obviously nice easy stop and start the engine. So we'll go up to the dashboard now. Loads of stuff on here. I'm not going to go through everything, but there's again my big favourite, nice big speedo readout, nice clear big digital dashboard. That does all your sat nav as well when your sat nav's running, so it's straight in front of you. A few features I do like with this is you've got your full radar cruise control, and you've got your lane keeping system on and off, which is great. Literally, lane keeping system means if you put that lane keeping system on and you set your adaptive cruise control, you can almost drive this car not holding the, I don't advise this, not holding the steering wheel and actually not having your feet on the pedals, and the car will drive ahead on the road. When the car in front slows down or speeds up, it slows you down and speeds up and keeps a constant gap. It also, this is the, yeah, see, you put it on there, your lane keeping, it will keep, if you go over the white line, the car will physically steer you back to a straight line. I'm telling you now, I think we're only about 5 to 10 years off having full self-driving cars. They already exist now, but when you've got a little base model Ford Fiesta, like base model, like a small city car, and it's got technology like this on now, it really shows you how technology is moving on. Which is, again, reference to my windy windows in the back. Why? Come on, you know. Oh, nice little blind spot mirrors, windows. They're fantastic to have. I like them ideas on the Fiesta. So yeah, with your full lane control, you've also got your, if we switch it on, there you see you can select your distance between the car and front, you see. So you've got your 3 stages. So if you want to, you can follow the car practically touching the bumper. And, you know, so that alters your, the gap that the radar keeps you. And as you can see down at the bottom there, it's got the camera system, because obviously when you pull into this estate where the garage is, it's 20, so the camera records that. So you've got your full road sign pickup. You've got all your typical radio controls, Apple CarPlay and all of that kind of thing. And like I said, you've got your basic speed limiter. You've got your basic cruise control. You know, there's your limiter. You also got your cruise control there. So you can use standard cruise control like a normal way of just setting it and resuming it, but you can also use your radar cruise control, which uses like sonar. I'm not joking you that, this is, I wish my L200 had this. It's a really good function to have. So yeah, so that's all of that. Obviously you've got your chrome pedals down there, automatic lights. This sun's really been pairing now. Front and rear fogs and all that kind of stuff. You've got your full, obviously you haven't got your adjustment for the headlamps because they're all fully adaptive. So the headlamps on this car will turn when you turn. When you've got a load in the back, they'll go up and down, so they're fully adjustable headlamps. So, you know, it's really, really packed with stuff, this car. You know, it's for a little city car, it's got all the kind of stuff that you would want to have on a car, a 50,000-60,000 pound car. You know, you've got your folding mirrors, which Ford have had for years now, electric heated adjustable, you know, your rain sensing wipers. You know, there's not much this car hasn't got, to be totally honest. Nice leather stitched red steering wheel. Honestly, I do like this car. With a 1.6 EcoBoost, do you know what it is? I would happily drive one. I would happily buy one of these with my own money and use it, no problem. And to be quite honest, I'm slating the 1 litre EcoBoost. When they're driving, they drive nice, they're refined, they're okay. But me being a mechanic, I pick faults with things. And if you want the diesel ST line, the Citroen and Peugeot engine ones, the 1.5, whatever they call it, but it's just a Citroen and Peugeot and a diesel engine, so it's not fantastic. So if I was having one of these, it would definitely be the 1600 EcoBoost, but I think you can only get that in the ST. Maybe wrong, but whatever. Yeah, so I've kind of gone through as much as I can with this to 20 minutes. I'm going to do a review on as many things as I can. If these are the kind of things you find interesting, let us know. I do miss out a lot of cars. I get, you know, your basic run-of-the-mill Corsas and stuff, but I don't really think people want to see that kind of thing. I just try to pick newer cars and different cars. So, yeah, if you like it, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share it to your friends. And thanks for watching. Bye.